Hello again, everybody. Rocket Rick J18 here, and today I'm going to talk about some recent pickups that I acquired over the 10 days or so. And then I'm going to talk to you about a very special baseball bat that I have in my collection. I don't have very many bats in my collection, but this one's special. So we're going to look at that in a little bit. Meanwhile, I was visiting my daughter in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I met a friend, and we went to the local card shop in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, and I bought 2 cards there. Not that I was looking for them, but I found them in the 90% off bargain bin. Although the prices that were marked on them were pretty high, I thought. In any case, here they are. The first one is the Willie Stargell 1971 Topps card, and the price marked on it was $80. So I got it for $8, which I thought was a pretty good price. And the second card I got was this card, which is the 1974 Topps rookie card of Dave Parker. A lot of people think Dave should be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm one of them. And I hope they do the right thing and put him in the Hall of Fame while it will still do him some good personally. He's not in very good health. As many of you might know, he has Parkinson's disease. And I saw him last year at the induction of the inaugural class of Pittsburgh Pirate Hall of Famers. And so this is Dave Parker. And I got this card for the same marked price, $80. But I got it at an extra $1 off. So instead of $8, I only paid $7. So again, I thought that was a pretty good deal. I don't buy many football cards, but I did get this one. This is commemorating Jim Brown's 1960 football season, in which he gained 1,257 yards, or a little bit more than 100 yards per game. The season back then was only 12 games, to remember. So, in my opinion, when they talk about the greatest football player of all time, this is the guy they should be talking about, Jim Brown. I'm not a Cleveland fan. I'm a Steeler fan, and the Steelers, of course, have, fought tooth and nail with the Cleveland Browns for, the 60 or so years that I've been following professional football. And, Jim Brown was the best running back I ever saw. Tell you that. He just combined speed and power, and he did things on the football field that nobody else has ever done. So, in my opinion, didn't win any Super Bowls because his career was over before there was a Super Bowl. But they did win a couple NFL championships, including one, the Browns did, including one in 1963. A couple of years after this card came out. So, Jim Brown, may he rest in peace. Got a couple of 1952 Topps cards. That's the set that, one of the 2 sets that I'm, regular issue sets, I should say, that for Topps and Bowman that I am working on. One, of course, is the 49 Bowman set, which I talked to you about before. And the 52 set, everybody knows everything there is to know about it. No, I do not have the Mantle rookie card, or not rookie card, but let's say first Topps card. And I'm probably not likely to get it, but, maybe someday. And that would be very nice if I could do that. But I am collecting some Topps let's say, 52 Topps cards, and they include some cards that are in the low number series. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And the first such card is Bob Mahoney, who is, oh shit, god damn it. The first such card is Bob Mahoney, who is card number 58. And as many of you may know, the 52 set includes a low number series, cards number 1 through 80, which could appear either with a red back or a black back. It's generally considered that the black backs are a little more scarce, but this particular card is a red back, so Bob Mahoney. The next card that I have to show you is a 1952 Topps card number 40, and it is of Irv Noren, who came over to the Yankees for the 1951 season, maybe a year or so before that. He's pictured here as a Washington Senator, but in 1951 he played on the World Series championship team for 1951, the New York Yankees. So Irv Noren, number 40. The next card is card number 66 of Dodger pitcher Preacher Rowe. Really terrific pitcher for the Dodgers. He was obviously on the 1951 Dodger team that did not go to the World Series. It lost to the Giants in the game with the shot heard around the world. He didn't throw it. Ralph Branca provided that service. Bobby Thompson, the guy that hit it. 1952, though, the Dodgers went back to the World Series against the Yankees again, and similarly to past appearances of those two teams in the World Series, the Yankees got the better of the Dodgers and won that World Series. So this is also a red back card in the low number series. And the last card that I have is not in the low number series. It's number 81, but it's a first Topps card of Vernon Law, who was a 20-game winner in 1960 on the team that the Pirates defeated for the World Series in 1960 against the New York Yankees. So this is Vernon Law. The next two cards that I'm going to show you are hand-cut strip cards. The first one is from the W515-2 series, and it is a 1923 Burley Grimes. Burley Grimes, a Hall of Fame pitcher, known most famously as the last pitcher to legally throw a spitball before they were banned. So, Burley Grimes. The next card that I have to show is a 1927 W560 strip card, and this card features Lloyd Wainer. Lloyd Wainer's a Hall of Famer. He one of two famous brothers, the other being Paul Wainer, who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the 20s and I think on into the early 30s, or actually might be even the late 30s, because I think both of them, I believe, are on a 1939 play ball card. So Lloyd Wainer's nickname was Little Poison, and his slightly bigger brother was Big Poison. A lot of people think that that nickname was hung on them by a fella from Brooklyn whose name I don't recall. But in that case, he would have been saying poison for person. And so that's just that. No, that is true or not. It might be apocryphal, but this is Lloyd Wainer. And the next card that I have to show you is a guy that's kind of local legend around my neck of the woods, Earl Greasy Neal. And this is a 1921 exhibit card. Greasy Neal was a great high school athlete, football and baseball, and probably some other sports as well. He did play and coach, and he also played football. And he also obviously played baseball, again for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So this is Greasy Neal. This is a card of my personal favorite player. No bonus points or contest winners for identifying this guy. This is one of the 1947 to 63 exhibit cards, and this particular one came out in 1962, although the photograph is clearly much earlier than that. The patch on Mickey's left arm would suggest that this picture was taken in 1952 or 51 maybe, because that is the 50th anniversary of the American League and the New York Yankees. So this is the stat back version. So on the back of the card are his stats from 1949 in the minor leagues, obviously, through 1962, and yeah, I think I said 19. This is a 1962 exhibit card, so must have come out at the end of the year. This is the full body pose. As many of you know, there's kind of a half, sort of a torso swinging card. One that's that has the letters outlined, and the other one not. And then also there's a portrait exhibit. So I have one of the torso shot exhibit cards, but I don't have the torso or the non-outlined. Hopefully I'll get those one of these days too. And the last card that I picked up is another football card, and it is a 1960 Topps Jim Brown card. So I'm going to show you this one and let you take a look at that. It's an X-Mint 6. It had to go through the authentication process at eBay, so that gives you some idea about what the card cost. And in any case, again, I got this. I have one of his rookie cards. It's not graded because it's in a complete set. So I'm trying to pick up some of his other cards and maybe do a player run on Jim Brown. So that's the cards. Those are the pickups that I've had. I hope you enjoyed those. I'm going to go make another brief video about the baseball bat, and I'm going to show you that here in a few minutes.